If you've been thinking about living in Texas but haven't quite decided what city yet, we're going to talk about living in San Antonio versus living in Austin. These two cities are less than 80 miles apart and have some similarities but a whole lot of differences. And we're going to get into them right now. Hey there, it's Denise Ross with Keller Williams City View Realty here in San Antonio, Texas. If you have questions about moving to Texas or you're ready to get the process started, feel free to give me a call, a text, an email. I'd be more than happy to speak with you, answer any questions that you might have. I love helping folks just like you each and every day make San Antonio their home. If you're thinking about moving to Austin, please reach out as well. I'll be happy to refer you to a trusted colleague who can help you get the process started in Austin. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe down below and hit the little bell so you're notified each and every time we post a new video. Now let's jump right into the similarities and differences of living in San Antonio versus living in Austin. Both cities have experienced really strong economic and population growth, with San Antonio being a little bit bigger at about 1.5 million people and Austin right behind at about 1 million people. I've heard the two cities described as siblings. I think they're probably more like distant cousins. They have some similarities, but a whole lot of differences and a lot of competition. Neither one of them wants to be the other one. And the first area that they really differ in is cost of living. The cost of living in Austin is over 30% higher than just 80 miles south in San Antonio. And much of that is due to the price of housing. The median home price in December 2021 in Austin was $579,000, which is almost double what it was in San Antonio, with San Antonio's median home price at just over $300,000 in that same month. Other factors in cost of living aren't going to be as big of a difference, but I get into more of that in my cost of living video, so you may want to check that one out next. The next thing we're going to compare in living in San Antonio versus living in Austin is traffic. Austin wins the trophy on most congested traffic. It's been named on several lists as being one of the most congested cities in the United States. One that I saw most recently was published by the navigation company TomTom and also published in the Austin American Statesman. It listed Austin as number 19 of the most congested cities in the United States. San Antonio was quite a ways down the list at number 54. Time of day doesn't seem to make a difference for traffic in Austin. Austin, while it's smaller, has 2 times the population density of San Antonio. And San Antonio has many more highways. We have 2 loops that go around. So there's always lots of alternate routes that you can take to avoid an accident, to avoid construction. Whereas Austin is kind of limited on the number of expressways and things that go through Austin. Schools is one of the areas that both cities are pretty similar. They both had roughly the same number of A-rated schools according to texasschools.gov. The couple of areas that are different are San Antonio has quite a few colleges and universities, with Trinity, Incarnate Word, St. Mary's, University of Texas at San Antonio, Texas A&M at San Antonio, whereas Austin doesn't have the same number of institutions of higher learning. It does have St. Edward's University, a number of community colleges, and it has the powerhouse with the University of Texas, their main campus there in Austin. Now, the biggest differences between the two cities, in my opinion, aside from the cost of living, is the culture and the atmosphere in the two cities. San Antonio has world-renowned attractions, a rich, diverse culture, a lot of historical significance with a lot of historical districts, not to mention a lot of historical places, and a relaxed atmosphere. On the other hand, Austin is eclectic and quirky, equal parts cowboy and hipster, and a little more progressive, edgier, and faster paced. Both cities have lots of things to do with a lot of outdoor activities nearby and things like that. San Antonio's are probably a little bit more spread out, whereas Austin's are a little bit closer in, with Zilker Park and Lady Bird Lake being right downtown. Austin also has a very thriving downtown, so if you're looking for that walkability factor, Austin is probably better for that. It's known as the live music capital of the world. It's infamous South by Southwest and Austin City Limit music festivals. A lot of those are attended by non-Austinites. Locals tend to kind of lay low to avoid some of the crowds during that time. San Antonio has its 2-week-long fiesta event, which is conversely mostly attended by locals and is kind of considered a party with a cause. It started as a way to remember the heroes of the Alamo, but is now supports a lot of charities and things that support the community year-round. Austin has the Formula One racing, the state capitol, several museums, whereas San Antonio has the Alamo, SeaWorld, the Riverwalk, Fiesta Texas, just to name a few. The good news is, with the cities being 70 to 80 miles apart, you can enjoy the best of both worlds. So regardless of where you live, if you live in San Antonio and you want to go up to Austin for an event or for the day, it's a really easy drive. You can do that, and vice versa. So you don't really have to miss out on the cultural and event opportunities of either city if there's something that you want to do in one or the other. Austin and San Antonio have had kind of a little rivalry when it comes to food, particularly when it comes to tacos. Now, I don't think there's any question about this. San Antonio has the best tacos, hands down. It also has the best Tex-Mex and authentic Mexican food, hands down. Now, Austin excels at food trucks, novelty pizza, and may have a slight edge with barbecue, with Franklin's being right there downtown, but there is no question about the tacos. As I mentioned earlier, both cities have had really strong economic growth, really low unemployment rate. San Antonio's major industries are the military, tourism, healthcare, financial services, cybersecurity, while Austin's major industries are tech, data management, financial, and healthcare as well. Salaries in Austin are a little bit higher than in San Antonio, but I think that is far outweighed by the difference in the cost of living. If you still have questions about moving to San Antonio versus moving to Austin, please reach out, call me, text me, email me. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you get your questions answered and get your process of moving started. Post in the comments below which city you think best fits your lifestyle, which culture sounds the most attractive to you. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications every time we post a new video. Thanks for watching.